hard-working rambling man.
It's kind of a given that someone in a car restoration program would learn how to take apart a car.
1, 2, 3.
But it's not the disassembling that has people talking. It's how the McPherson College Model T team reassembles it.
Go. And we're always getting better. And sometimes there's struggles and sometimes there's not.
The object? To put this Model T back together as fast as these 7 men can.
We all have our own individual jobs. All the main parts of the car, we each focus on one part of that. We just have a couple other dozen jobs that if we see they need to be done in the car, we do it.
Seniors in the program used to do it for fun, to show off at the annual car show.
Look at you fellas. Come on down.
Now it's a full-blown club that travels to car shows, showing off their skills.
So to see a car just kind of materialize like that is pretty impressive when normally you're talking years to do it yourself.
Our first build with the original car with the old team was right around 28 minutes.
The club set a new best time. 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Impressed? So are most of the people who watch these guys do it.
And maybe they walk away with still disbelieving that it can be done in 15 minutes, even though they just saw it, but people tend to do that.
Motivation for them to just prove it again. In McPherson, Megan Strader, KWC H12, Eyewitness News.
We tested the first proof here, the Jeep Cycle Club in Park City.
Oh, we came here today because we needed someone to get this iPhone and the case really dirty. Did we come to the right place?
You came to the right place.
Daryl Walter is the president of this club. He's helping us test the limits of the life-proof iPhone case. We bought it online for about 80 bucks.
This is actually a work phone, and so I am responsible for this. So let's hope that this turns out on our side, at least.
Okay.
After several trips around the track and lots of dust and dirt, we take a look.
Looks pretty clean, doesn't it?
It looks very clean.
I think
it passed the test, yes. I think it works pretty good.
We test the next 2 proofs at WSU's Heskett Center. Up first, what could be considered an iPhone user's biggest fear? Water. Swimmer and WSU senior Chauncey Furley helps us with this one.
Hey, Chauncey, I'm going to hand you my working iPhone. I hope it comes back.
To the end and back, Chauncey keeps the iPhone about 2 feet underwater, recording the whole time. When it comes up,
I'm using the buttons on the phone like they're supposed to be used.
But just to make sure, LifeProof says it protects in up to 2 meters of water, 6.6 feet. So Chauncey takes it to the diving pool.
Still going?
Yep.
When we look inside the case,
We have a dry phone, and I still have a job.
and with Desert Work helper Caleb, it passes our call and texting test. Now, is it shockproof?
They're 6.6 feet.
LifeProof says it can protect your phone from a 2-meter drop.
This is your job right here.
And it's still recording, actually.
We call and text.
It's ringing now.
What's going on?
And it's still working. For Does It Work? I'm Melissa Shuffler. In 1945, World War II was ending. The Chicago Cubs made their last appearance in the World Series, and Max Banker wasn't born yet.
My parents weren't even thought of, you know what I mean?
It seems so long ago. That's why this check from 1945 is so captivating to Banker. The Reno County Public Works employee found it in a ditch near a Bueller Bridge he was working on.
I looked at it and it said 1945 on it, so I was like, wow. Took some pictures, put it back in the truck so it was safe.
You can still make out some of the details. It's dated August 10th, 1945, made out for $18.50 to a Dr. L.R. Kirby, signed by Susan Harder from Fairview, Oklahoma.
There's no routing numbers, no checking numbers, I mean, no account numbers. It seemed like everything was on a trust issue way back then, and you know, it ain't like that nowadays.
Banker thinks the check was on its way to the dump. It's only a couple miles away from here, but we do have a pretty good idea of where that check came from. We met a 96-year-old Bueller man who knows who signed that check.
She was my mother.
Jess Harder lives in Bueller, but in 1945, his family was someplace else.
In 45, my mother was living in on the edge of Fairview, Oklahoma.
Jess was in California.
I was in a civilian public service camp. I'm a conscientious objector.
These days, Jess and his wife have been getting ready to move into a retirement center.
I've been purging my files, but I just can't believe that this check came out of my files.
But somehow it got to a ditch outside Buhler, and now it's going home with Banker.
I'm gonna put it in a frame and keep it.
He can have it.
In Reno County, Melissa Scheffler, KWCH 12 Eyewitness News.